Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. I'm Prince Dynamic and I welcome you to this special edition of the tutorial. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a food flyer, a social media food flyer. So it's just going to be fun all through. We're just here to have fun. And also, I'd like to inform you that I have dropped a link in the description where you can access some of the resources I'll be using in this tutorial for free. That's the stock image, the background, and some other things that are important for your use. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into today's tutorial. So guys, the first thing you want to do always is to create a new workspace. So what I want to do is I'm going to create this. This is what I usually use for my designs, 11 by 11 inches. 300, that's the resolution. So I'm just going to give it a name. I'm going to call it pizza. So let's just create that. Alright guys, so the first thing we want to do is to create our background. So I have created the background already. I actually don't want to stress you, so I've created all of that so as to make this tutorial very fast. So I'm going to skip in the background creation part. You've all seen how I create my images, so let's just do something. And I'm going to be trying out two colors because I actually want to see how it looks like. So I'm just going to create another one. I'm just going to name this as food 2. I don't know what I even named first. Okay, the first one was pizza, so let's use food 2. All right, so let's go ahead. In the link in the description, you're going to find the link that leads you to where you download these resources for free. So I'm just going to drag the background. This is how exactly it's going to look like when you open it. Okay, these are some of my stuff. They are not included. But you find this background, you find the element, you find the pizza image, and you find these vegetables. Those are what we'll be using for our design. So let's just go ahead and drag this. Like I said, I'm going to be using two colors. I want to try out something. So I'm going to use this one I already prepared. So just go ahead and scale it up. Let's go ahead and scale it up to the size. Yeah. So then for the second one, I'm going to create a kind of yellow background. Most people think that's my favorite color. It's actually not my favorite color, but when you're designing, when you're creating designs that has to do with food, and you have to look at the color psychology of it. You have to look at the colors. Like when you use red, it means it's hot and all of those things. Yellow, it makes it fun, and all of those things. You can check out the meaning of various colors online. So you see, I don't just use this color for fun. I actually have a reason for doing that. So I'm just gonna pick this color. I'm gonna pick this. I think I'm okay with this. The color code is FFC600. So let's go ahead, and that's what I'm going to use. Then I'll use the bucket fill tool. I'll trigger that by using G on my keyboard. I'm going to fill it up. So the next thing we obviously want to do, we've created our background. The next thing we want to do is to drag in the PNG image. This is the image. I'm going to drag it in. Yes, so I'm just going to drag. You can see our design is already making sense. Even without doing anything for that, it's already making sense. So let's just drag this in. Now where the work is for this year, it's not looking sweet enough, like the way it is sitting balanced on red. So we're just going to create a light behind it to make it more realistic. Let's reduce the size of our pizza. This is the size of the pizza. Yeah, let's do that. Then create a kind of light behind it. So I'm creating a new layer, and I can call this light. Yes. So let's pick a lighter version of the yellow we're using. Let's use this. Okay. Yeah, let me check the color code for you. The color code is FFF600. So let's just do that. I'm gonna hit the B to trigger my brush. Select a very soft brush. Mine is selected already. Select a very soft brush. So after you've done that, just come on the layer that you named as light. Scale up increase the size of your brush and just touch it once. Yeah, so you can see what I have done is looking like it already. I can decide to scale up my lights. Sorry, let me just scale it up here. I think I like the way it's looking now. Can go ahead and group my background and name it as background. You can name it as whatever you want, but just for you to understand the whole process. So this, let's scale down the pizza too. Let's scale down the pizza. I think I'm good with this size. I think this size sits well. Yeah, this size sits well. So the next thing we want to do now is to create a shadow for the pizza. So what I do most of the time is I either use the brush tool or I just use the image itself. But in this case, I would like us to use the image itself so you understand how I do that. So what you want to do is to duplicate the pizza, Ctrl J. Just go here, Ctrl J. Then I'm going to rasterize this layer. Do the same for the other one. I'm going to rasterize the layer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the control button and I'm going to click on this layer, not this part, but this part itself where you have this stuff. I'm just going to click on it so it will automatically select. As you can see, that's automatically selected it. So I'm going to do the same for this. That's automatically selected. So what I'll just do is I select my brush tool, pick a very dark color like black. Yeah, 100% black. I'm going to brush over it. As you can see, I'm going to do the same here, brush over it. As you can see, yeah, then I'm going to deselect. So what you want to do is to move this black layer beneath the pizza itself. I'm going to do the same here, move it beneath. So I can hide my pizza image, the main pizza image. I'm going to hide that. Now I'm going to blur out this a little bit just to feather the edges. So I'm going to blur it out. I'm going to use Gaussian blur. Let's leave it somewhere around 16. We are not done yet, but let's just do that. Let's leave it somewhere around 16. Yes. So you can unhide the pizza image itself. You can unhide that. So now select this one, the black, the one with black. That is the one we'll be using as a shadow. So it's Ctrl T to trigger the button, the transform tool. So I'm just going to hold my shift button and scale it down from this part. Yeah, I'm going to scale it down. I think I like it somewhere around here. Okay, so I want it to look like it is floating. So I'm just going to scale it somewhere around here. Yes, I'm going to pull it in. I'll pull this other part in too. Let's pull it in and okay. I'll do the same here. Scale it down. I'll bring it down. So just let me see where this is sitting. Okay, if you can decide to do any, I will like it. So let me just scale it down. Bring it down somewhere around here. Okay. I'm gonna push it in. I'll push it in. And okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to work a little bit on the shadow. So I'm going to work a little bit on the shadow. I'm just going to brush it out. Just going to have to erase some part of the shadow. So let's go ahead and do that. Just feather it a little bit, not too hard. Not too hard. I'm going to do the same here. Going to feather it out a little bit, not too hard. All right, so now having done that, I can go ahead and blur it the more. Yes, let's blur it more. Yes, I think it's nice here now. So okay, let's move this up a little bit. Let's move this up. Okay, so I've just created a shadow. Now I can reduce my opacity to whatever suits me, but I think I like it around here. So let me do the same here too. Just gonna blur this out. Yes, I'm gonna move it up. I'll move it up and reduce my opacity to when I'm kind of fine with it. So I think I like the feel of this. So I like the way it's looking. So the next thing I want to do is now I'm going to use the brush to to create another shadow. Let's just add a new layer. Just ensure it is beneath the pizza image itself. Add a new layer, and then just stamp it once black. Yes. So scale that down. Scale it down. That's Ctrl T to trigger the transform tool. Scale it down. Then bring it up. Bring it up. You might have to zoom in. Zoom in. Sorry. Right. So I want to push this in. I want to push it in. I don't want it to be too much. I'm going to push it in. I'm just going to scale it down. I think I like it somewhere around here. Yes, so I like this. I'm going to do the same, or I can just move it to the next one instead. I'll just move it to the next one. Yes, I like the way it is looking like now. Then I can decide to feather this out. I can reduce the opacity. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing. So I can reduce the opacity for this somewhere around here. So it's cool. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. So this is our pizza. We've created something very fast and simple. I can just feather this out a bit to make it perfect for what I'm intending to do. So sorry, let me feather this out a bit, feather this part a little bit. So yes, so the next thing I want to do now is to add some things to spice it up. So now you can just go ahead and drag in the veggies. Yes, scale up the veggies, and once you're done with that, you can bring it up. Now ensure that the veggie is on top of the pizza image itself. So I have blurred this out. That's motion blur. I already did the motion blur, so you won't have to do a whole lot of work. Now let us select these images one after the other. I don't want to do it that way because I've blurred it, so let me just do it this way instead. So this is for chili. I've drawn out the I'm using the marquee tool. So this is the leaf. I'm bringing out the leaf tool, Ctrl J. That's on the layer of this veggie. I'm just selecting and I'm bringing them out. So Ctrl J. How many do we have to go? Okay, we have this two. Or you know what? Let me just work with one. I'm beginning to feel it's kind of too much. I'm gonna bring out the chili. Yeah, I'll do the same for the onions, and that will be all. Yeah, so I can go ahead and delete the veggie. That's the main layer itself. So as not to confuse ourselves, let's rename chili. I think this is a leaf. What's this? I don't know. I think it's pepper. I think it's sliced pepper also. I am not sure. I don't know what it is. Yeah, this is green chili. And finally we have the onions. So let's just go ahead and name it as onions. All right, guys. So now what we're going to do with this is very simple. Let's hide all of this layer. Let's start with the green chili. So I'm going to hide this. Let's start with the green chili. I'm going to duplicate it. You can duplicate it once you've selected the move tool. Just go over the subject and hold down your hot button. You'll see your cursor changes to something like this. Then you can just drag while still holding your cursor, while still holding your hot button. Sorry. Then after you drag, you can release. So I'm going to scale this up. Scale it up. Yeah, I want it to be somewhere around here. Yes, I want this to be somewhere around here. So I'm just going to rotate it so it will look like the same. It won't look like a repetition. Yeah. So I'm just going to scale this down. Yes. Then I can add one more. Let me add one smaller one here. Just want it to be small. Yes. So that's for that. Now let's work with the pepper. The red chili. derived release. So let's work with this 2. I just need, I think 2. I think 2 should be okay. So let's scale this up to. Yeah, let's rotate. I want it to be somewhere around here. Yes, I want to be somewhere around here. And this, let's add this somewhere. Okay, let me do this. Somewhere here. So I'll just place it somewhere very close. I want it to be small. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it too big. So somewhere around here, I think it's fine. Let's move it in a bit. Yeah. Now let's bring in the leaf. I don't want the leaf to be big because obviously, what do you want to use the leaf for? So let's just make this small and bring it here. Make this one smaller. You don't have to be the same size. So, and it's not a must you follow the way I'm doing it. You can just be creative. Just do it the way you like. So what else haven't we brought in? Yeah, let's bring in a pepper now. So the pepper, I just need 1. I think this is fine. This is okay. So let's gonna scale it down and put it somewhere around here. So as you can see, this is the progress so far. So I don't want to repeat the same thing here. So I'm just gonna copy it. Let me call it, what should I name it as? Okay, onions. Yeah, the onions. Okay, let's place the onion in front. Let's place the onion in front. I'm still gonna have to blow this out. I'm gonna show you guys something. So let me just go ahead and group all of this. I'm gonna call it veggies. Yes, so I'm gonna drag it and drop it in the next file. I don't know if that's correct. Right. So let's just do it this way. Let's see. I think it's cool this way. So let's just leave it this way. Yeah. We can bring it down a little bit. Alright, so my Photoshop is loading off. It actually, I don't know if the file is heavy or the Photoshop is just acting somewhere. Alright, so I've dragged this now. So the next thing for me now, I can tell you guys that with this little period we are done with the design. We are done. So I'm just going to do some little touches. Like for some of these images, they are looking too clear for my liking and I don't want it to be that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the motion blur on it so as to reduce its clarity and make it look as if it is actually falling. So I'll go out here to filter, blur, motion blur. I don't know if it is working. It's looking kind of weird. Yeah, okay, it is working. Yeah, I think it's too much now. So let's do this. Yeah, this is cool. 47. Yeah, 47. Okay, I think that's cool for me. Let's do the same here. 47. So the motion blur is going to actually make it look as if it is falling. Then the normal blur, the Gaussian blur, is going to make it look as if it is out of focus on the camera. So it looks like a camera actually shot it, but it is out of focus. So let's just do that Gaussian blur for the onions. I think that's too much. Let's do around let's see how 7 looks like. Let's just make it 10. Okay, I think that works fine for me. Let me do the same here too. I think that works fine. That works fine for me. So guys, we've created the major and most important thing. Yes, there's something else I'd like us to add. I created this element, so just drag it into your design. Yeah, just drag it into your design. Have for the shop. All right, hold on, guys. Why my Photoshop loads up? All right, guys. So this element, I'm gonna give it to you guys for free. You'd also find it there. All you have to do is to you just have to place it behind the pizza image itself. So just place it behind the pizza. So I'm gonna drag it and place it behind the pizza. So then I'm gonna scale it up so you can see how it looks like and what it is. Yes, this is how it looks like. So I'm just gonna scale it up well. Yeah, make it be something like this, but it is looking kind of too busy for me, so I might just have to change the blend mode to, I guess, soft light. Yeah, and reduce my opacity. I'll just reduce my opacity. It doesn't have to be too loud or too obvious. I just wanted it to have a kind of vibe. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna drag it to yellow, but it might not necessarily be a blend mode. So it's not looking visible yet, so I can't find the pizza. Oh, the pizza is on top here actually. That's fine, that's fine. So let's change it back to normal. Yes, so we can see it. Yes, so this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Yes, so I think I have to reduce this opacity because it's looking too much for me. Yes, so we're done, guys. We're done. We've created what we want to create. So let's just go ahead and add spice it up with maybe text or something. Let's spice it up with the text. So let me create something. I want it to be a little bit different from what we've been doing in time past. So let's just create a rectangle. Tool. So go ahead and select your rectangle tool. After you've selected that, draw something around this. Yes. So you're going to give it a color. Let's give it something like gradient of red. Let's see how that looks like, or if it's going to sit well. So I think this red is too hot. Let's just cool it down a little bit. All right. So I'm going to take away the stroke. I don't need the stroke. So this is the guys. I'm going to rasterize this because I want to work on it. Ctrl T, select transform, then I'm going to pull this in. If you try pulling it in this way, it will just reduce all the sides or the edges, but you have to hold the control button, then pull an edge in. Yeah, I'm going to pull an edge in here too. Yeah, I think this is fine. Then let me scale it up. Let me zoom out and scale it up. All right, I think I like this now. I like this. So let's zoom in back and see how it looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag this to the other design too. It's not a must you create two design. I'm just trying to see how the color looks like. That is why I'm doing all of this. You don't necessarily need to create two designs, guys. So let me pull the onion out a bit. Let's pull this down. Is it the same here? Yes, and let's push this down. I think we should bring the elements up. Yeah, let's bring the element on top of this stuff. So let's bring the elements on top of this thing. Okay, so guys, let's select this now. You remember what I thought? You just hold your control button and select the rectangle. So I want to give it a darker shade of the red. Or what should we do? I think we should try yellow. Let's try yellow. Let's check out the color code. Okay, FF600. And let's fill that up. Yes. So then now let's select our brush and just stroke it up. So I'm going to bring this down. I want it to have a kind of gradient feel, so I'm going to stroke this back down. Yes, as you can see, this is making sense, guys. This is making huge sense. If you are getting this, I know that you'd be enjoying it now. If you're actually getting it, you understand what I am doing. So let's just stroke this up to it. This is red, so let us bring it down and give it a deeper shade. No, this is too much. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, this is fine, guys. So this is fine. We can now go ahead and insert our text. So this is what I want to do. I don't want to create the text on this. Let me just create a new, so I can edit the text right from there without having to go through the stress. There's something else I'm thinking to work on for this yellow. The color is looking too bright for me, so you can just like I've always said, that the best way to learn is to try out things on your own. Just to try out. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to create bad designs. In the process of creating bad design, you actually become a good designer. So let's not talk too much. Let's just go back straight into the tutorial. So I'm going to create the text now. I want to use a kind of playful font. I don't want it to be the regular fonts that I know. Yeah. So for you guys that know my favorite fonts. Okay, so this is a quiz for you guys. Yeah. This is a quiz for you. If you know the name of my favorite fonts, you can tell me the names of two of my favorite fonts, 2 out of my favorite fonts. I'm going to give you my 500 graphics pack for free without having to pay a dime. So if you know it, just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to pick the winners, and it's going to last for just between the time that you're seeing this video and 3 days from now. Yeah, 3 days from now. So anybody coming after 3 days, I won't give it to you. So let's go ahead and write this pizza. What's the name of that font? Grow bold. I don't know if I still have the font, so I'm just trying out things. Yeah, grow bold. This is the font I want to use for this. All right. All right, so I think it's still loading up. Oh shit, it's taking much more time than I expected. I actually have my Premiere Pro running and my After Effects running at the same time, so I guess it's affecting the Photoshop, but I don't want to close it. So let's just go ahead. Straight into the tutorial. So let's move on. I want to increase this. Yeah, if you would like to download this font, I don't have the font, like I don't have the original file for you to install it, but the name is Growboard. So I might leave a link in the description for you to look for it. So it is Growboard, spelled GROBOLD. That's grow, GRO, then bold, BOLD. Yeah, so that's just it. All right, so I think there's something else I need to add. So let's do. Yeah, it's pizza every time. So let's go back to our design. For this one, we're going to use very simple. We're just going to change the color of the text. I don't want it to be too busy, so we're going to use for this we're going to use white and yellow. Then for this we're going to use red and white. Let's see if it works. So let's just go ahead and group this together. Let's group it together and name it as text. So let's drag it now into our design. Yeah, it's looking nice. Let's take it up. It should be on top of everything. All right, so it's pizza. Let's do this, guys. So let's change the color. White. Gonna do this to white. Then the pizza itself should be yellow. Oh, I mistakenly created something. All right, pizza itself should be yellow. So let's pick this color. Yeah, let's take it up to something brighter. Yes, I like this. Eat pizza every time. So I can just scale down the text so it will not look too big or too busy. As you can see, we've created something nice. Very nice, guys. Very nice. This is very nice. So let's do the same. Let's drag it to the other design. Yes, it's pizza every time. Let's change the color of the pizza. Is this pizza? Okay, yeah, it's pizza. I am confused. It's not looking like the regular pizza I know. So okay, so let's change the color to something here. All right, let's make it brighter. Yes, guys, so this is it. Eat pizza every time. So we're done, guys. You can just go ahead. I said I was going to create something around this, so let me do that now. I want to create something. Let's just go ahead and group it all. Since we're done, let's go ahead and group it all yellow. Let's do this. All red. So Control Shift Alt E. It's gonna kind of create a JPEG of it. Yes. Control Shift Alt E. So now I just want to create a kind of vignette around it. So that is what I want to do. I just want to make the edges darker. So go ahead to Filter, go to Camera Raw. Let's see what Camera Raw has for us. So just hold on while it loads. All right, guys, as you can see, so I'm not doing anything here. What I just want to do is to go ahead to Effects and the Vignette. Vignetting is what I want to do. Yes, as you can see, I just want to add a little bit of that. So okay, that is what I want to do. I'm going to do the same here. I've done that already, so let me just paste it. Yes, guys, so you can go ahead and add whatever text you want to add. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and add my what is it called? Okay, I don't think I want to add anything. I can just add a little text. Let's do that. Designed by Friends Dynamic. Yeah, I can now change the text. I just scale it down. Yeah, and give it white. I think it's better this way. So guys, okay. So guys, I would really like to see these designs on your social media platforms. you can just, after you've taken this tutorial, you can just create yours and tag me on your post. I'll engage with it. You can just tag me in your post, or yeah, just tag me in your post so I can see it easily, or you can just even mention me in your comments, like in your caption. So that will be much more easier for me, because I get a lot of tags from people, even on relevant things. I get tagged. So you can just comment my handle in your caption and I'll do well to check it out. So guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed and you had fun. So please, for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please, this is the time for you to do so. It's very simple. It takes you just seconds, just matter of seconds. So please kindly subscribe, like my videos, and you can leave a comment in the comment section below if there's anything you would like me to know or attend to. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next tutorial. Peace out.
Skimzy, the producer.